Hey y'all, this is Jules. We are getting ready to start the Round Rock colorway, and it's an Aran Weight Superwash wool, 100 grams. This is so much fun! We are making the base of probably several colors. So, this is the base of Round Rock. The yarn is soaked for a good while in just plain tap water, and I'm dropping them in. That is some seriously steamy water there. I'm voicing over this part because otherwise you'd be listening to a commercial on my TV that was playing in the background while I wasn't talking. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. That's gonna be just gorgeous. Now, we still need to add acid. So I'm really, really happy with the color that this has turned out. It is a really, really soft color so that I can come back in and bring in a much more vibrant color and still have like a homogeneous effect. And I am getting ready to transfer from the pot into my pan over here, and it was in a knot. It was making me crazy. So I'm like, hot, 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 but we want it to straighten out. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah. And so I definitely needed to let it cool for a moment, and I just wasn't willing to give in quite that quickly, but eventually I did. So now that it's all straightened out, and it's no longer knotted up, and it's no longer miserably warm, I got it all straightened out and I got it into my pan. I wanted to arrange it in a certain way that it would only get color on one end. So I got out my handy dandy cutting board and I put it underneath there, and I am trying to decide the best way to lay out this yarn to only get it on one end. But I wanted to make sure that I could get it basically on one pass. And superwash yarn takes color so quickly that you kind of need to spread it out if you're going to do it in one pass. And since I'm only doing half the hank with this beautiful green color that I have coming in right now, um, I was able to get like 90% of it done on one side, as you will see. Um, and I really, really wanted it to be a deep, vibrant color. And I was a little dismayed at this very point because it doesn't look very deep and it doesn't look very vibrant, as far as what is actually on the yarn, because it just looks kind of mottled and brown and with like hints of green, but I was a little frightened here. Fortunately, I needed more dye, so I went ahead and set it up to stay on the burner, and I mixed up some more dye. I think I probably mixed up dye like 5 times, we're going to see here. So, um, I was very impressed with the speed at which the green was picked up. And about this point, I'm beginning to feel a little better because it really is looking green and not like a sad mottled brown. And as I go ahead and keep adding color, the color becomes more and more exactly what I was looking for. I wanted it to be this earthy but vibrant green that you find in pools where the algae is growing, because Round Rock has this literally round rock that it's named after. And in the picture that I saw, it had this mossy look going on in the water near the rock. So I wanted to go with the base that was nice and stony, and then the green that really reminded me of the algae in the water on the rock. So I was able to actually recreate that, and I was so excited. Um, I I really think that matching things in nature is probably not going to be my only plan, but for right now, I'm really fascinated with coming up with colors that are more natural. And here we are, our only actual flip to check the other side. Um, and as you can see, that green is just luscious. It's the only word I've got for it, luscious. But, green is my favorite color. So I wanted to try and keep it from rising up too much as far as the green color went, because I definitely wanted the other end to be brown. So I'm trying to lay different areas into the green water so that it'll pick up the dye. And I also don't necessarily need to, set the color on the beige part, because the beige part was already set from the big pot before. So I went ahead and I kind of like made a little pile for it to sit, and then I decided I'd let it go ahead and go for its 10 minutes just sitting in the pan, not piled up, and hoping that it would pick up the rest of this green. And it did a really good job of it. I actually don't have the clear water on film because I let it cool in the pan, and that's when the water became clear. But this here is our finished colorway, all dry. Thank you so much for joining me, and please subscribe.